Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Coach Craig Sports. First of all, just want to apologize that it has been a while. Last week, I ended up losing my voice, so I couldn't do much for a while. Since we are nearing the end of the NBA season, we're going to switch over to some MLB DFS now, so this is going to be a new daily video. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make one for the true opening day yesterday, although I did have some success in MLB DFS yesterday. But what I plan to do with this video series, and this may change as we move along since this is a brand new series, is go over the main slate every day on the FanDuel side. So I particularly play on the FanDuel side for MLB DFS. If you guys have any questions about DraftKings, I'll feel free to ask and I can look at that as well. But just here to help you guys out as much as possible. So in this series, what I'll be doing every single day is I'm going to be giving you guys 5 players for the day. So one of them is going to be a pitcher, probably my favorite pitcher for the day. Usually I don't like to pay all the way up. I like to pay down if I can, but a lot of days it does come down into the middle. And then I'm going to go with 4 hitters after that. So some days they may be all on the same team. Some days they may be on different teams. Some days they might be guys that are super cheap. Some days it may be guys that are more expensive. So just trying to give you guys a basis to start off with. And then I'll go over my favorite stacks from the day. I also have an article out on WeBetATS.com every single day for the main slate on FanDuel. I'll kind of flash that today so you guys are able to see it, but definitely be sure to check that out on a daily basis. And I'll try to update that throughout the day if there are major changes that do happen. But without further ado, we're going to get into this video. We're going to start off at the pitcher position today, and I have Charlie Morton here at $9,000. Probably my favorite pitcher on tonight's slate. You know, going against the Cincinnati Reds, the Reds are not a team that you think of being high-powered at this point in time. They trade a lot of their assets away during the offseason. Yes, they scored 6 runs yesterday against Max Fried. They're probably going to hit lefties pretty well. Some of these guys that they do have are probably better against lefties. Charlie Morton, if healthy, obviously he broke his leg during the World Series. All signs point to him being healthy. Very effective pitcher. You know, if you want to talk about spin rates and all that other stuff, we can get into that some other day about Charlie Morton. But obviously those went up when he was with the Astros, continued on in the recent years. Charlie Morton, a very solid pitcher, $9,000, a very reasonable price tag for him tonight. And, you know, he's going against an opposing pitcher that only has about 12 innings to his major league career. Probably going to give up some runs. I do like stacking the Braves with Charlie Morton today if you are playing Charlie Morton. Then we move down to some hitters. Jeff McNeil's the first guy here, eligible at second base and third base on the FanDuel side. If you're playing on DraftKings, he's eligible at second base and outfield. Jeff McNeil is a guy that had a very, very disappointing 2021 season, dealt with a hamstring injury, never quite performed after that, or not quite up to the expectations that we think of when we think of Jeff McNeil. He's $2,300. You know, he can play second base. He can play third base. A lot of versatility there. You know, he's going against the Nationals. The Nationals aren't the best team in the world. Josiah Gray starting tonight. Probably only goes about 5 innings either way. National bullpen, not that great. A lot of opportunities for Jeff McNeil once again tonight. And then if you even want to look at his teammate Robinson Cano, who had a very good spring training, had a good game 1. He's $2,200 at that second base position as well. Then we get down to third baseman, and we're going to get into a lot of Astros here just because there is some value on this Astros team today. Alex Bregman's the first guy that I do have here today at third base, $3,500. Pretty reasonable price tag for him as well. I do like Austin Riley quite a bit today as well. I believe he's $3,600 going against Reversa Martin for the Cincinnati Reds, who I already alluded to. Only has about 12 innings under his belt. Left-handed pitcher. Austin Riley should do pretty well against him too as well. So if you want to play those two guys together, one in the utility spot, one in third base spot, do not have a problem with that at all. But for Alex Bregman, obviously the 3-hole hitter for the Houston Astros. Reed Detmer's pitching tonight. I do like stacking against him tonight, especially some of these right-handed bats for the Houston Astros tonight. So Alex Bregman, I would not be surprised if he has a good game. Reed Detmer's probably going to be a good pitcher in time, but as of right now, we have not seen that. So he's going to be a pretty good pitcher to stack against until we see that come out of him. Then at shortstop, we have another Houston Astro with Jeremy Pena here at $2,000. Essentially, you're just looking at a very, very cheap guy. If you don't want to go all the way down to Jeremy Pena, that's perfectly fine. But I do like stacking some of these Astros against Reed Detmers tonight. And then his teammate, also a very good pay down option here, is Chas McCormick, $2,100. Had 2 hits yesterday. See if he keeps it up tonight. But he had played very well towards the end of last year and into the playoffs. So definitely have a lot of interest in him at a very, very cheap, reasonable price tag. And that's part of that Astro stack that I do like against Reed Detmers. So these are the 5 players that I do have for today. They may change throughout the day. If there's like a major change, like one of these guys isn't playing, I'll list it down in the comments. If you guys have any specific questions about MLB DFS, be sure to leave them down in the comments below as well. I'm also going to go through and show you my article just real quick for today. Just kind of show you how that's set up. Obviously, you can always check that out on WeBetATS.com. So essentially how I set this up, doing the top pay up plays. So top players that are a little bit more expensive, the top mid-range plays, top value plays. So for example, for pitcher today, like top pay-up option, Max Scherzer, $11,000. Obviously a hefty price tag there. Mid-range, we got Charlie Morton here at $9,000. And then top value plays, if you're going to pay down at pitcher, I do like Jake Odorizzi, especially going against Reed Detmers in that matchup, $6,700. And then that continues on for every single position. So if you want to just go through this article real quick, if you have any questions about anybody that I do have listed in my article, if you have any more questions, if a guy's not listed there, feel free to leave it down in the comments below as well. And then my top GPP stacks today are going to be the Padres going against Merrill Kelly, specifically left-handed bats if you can do it. And then Astros against Reed Detmers, specifically right-handed bats if we can do it. And then the Mets against Josiah DeGuara. Probably can throw a little bit of everything against him. And then if you want to stack some of the Braves going against Revers and Martin, especially right-handed bats, definitely don't have a problem with that tonight. But that's pretty much what I have for this video. Once again, if you have any questions about MLB DFS, be sure to leave them down in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Obviously, it's the second day. There's a lot of things that we don't know about these teams yet. So a little bit of hit or miss, some variance in there, and they're always going to have that in MLB DFS because you're always going to have the opportunity for guys to go 0 for 4, 4 for 4. Some guy might hit 2 home runs. Some guy that looks great on paper, a really good matchup, can also fail. So that's part of MLB DFS. But if you just keep at it, if you kind of mix and match some of the different lineups that you're building, you're going to have some success this season. But with that being said, if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. It helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS. Now we have MLB DFS. Did a lot of NBA DFS this season. Probably going to put that on the back burner for this point in time since we're at the end of the season. Only a couple games left. And then now going into the playoffs. And then NFL DFS when that comes back around. If there is USFL DFS, probably we'll touch on that as well. And then helping you guys with your fantasy football teams. Going to be talking some dynasty, some rookie draft content, especially doing some of the live streams, JC Money Design and myself. Probably get something set up once again this weekend, do a mock draft. So if you guys are interested in that, if you want to be a part of the mock draft, definitely be sure to reach out to us. And then with that being said, if you are a newer current subscriber who's yet to do so, also be sure to hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. I'll be posting daily MLB DFS videos just like this. The structure may change a little bit throughout the season. Once again, this is a brand new series, so if you guys have any comments, anything you'd like to see in this series, please leave it down in the comments below. I'll kind of try to incorporate that in for you as well. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special little shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.